Bam, we're recording. All right, boys and girls, I'm making my first Wuthering Waves video. I've been completely sold on playing this game after watching a lot of content, and I thought we would make this quick little video because this is essentially what I learned. And fortunately for me, I have an audience full of people that are pretty well informed with the game, and they have given me a good bit of information in regards to the game to help me get started. So if you're like me and you have no idea, you've never played this game, it just looks cool, but you don't want to mess up, you want to take advantage of what you can, but like I said, you just don't know very much with the game, then hopefully this video will help you, because this is essentially what I know from zero going into this game that launches in like 6 hours. So this is what I'm going in with. TLDR guide, what I learned in 5 minutes, is covering this pre-launch 5 minutes. This is a 5-minute, I know nothing about this game, bootcamp. Okay, so when you start, first and foremost, when you start the game, you're going to be pulling from a discounted banner first. There's going to be a banner that's like 20% off, and you can get 1 5-star from it. A lot of people will re-roll their accounts if they don't get a specific 5-star that they're searching for. But if you're like me and you don't want to do the re-rolls, that's okay, because after you do this, you're going to be pulling from the standard banner with free currency. Do not use the premium currency called Astrite, I believe, and you will get a 5-star card. You will get a 5-star selector, so you'll be able to choose the hero that you want. So there's that. This is essentially what you're doing when you start the game. Current meta and quick character info if you are curious as to what's happening with what characters are strong, all that stuff. Gion is supposedly top tier, but he did get nerfed, so we'll have to see. When I say he did get nerfed, he literally got nerfed today. There were leaked patch notes right here that we went through as well, and there were some buffs, there were some nerfs, and he was one of the ones that got nerfed. Okay, so keep that in mind. As you can see, this tier list that was posted before the nerfs, he's like top tier, so take that as you will. Gion is supposed to be top tier, so he is meta. A lot of people are going Gion. Calcharo, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Calcharo, there he is supposedly also top tier, and he won't be, the other thing to know is that he won't really hit max potential until Yinlin releases about 2 weeks later, because they synergize well together. Yinlin being this hero right here. Okay. The other thing that I learned was that Verena, this character right here, is a solid support. I believe she's the best support in the game right now, but she's a solid support. She's good for long term if you want to pick her up, but the other free support characters are really good too, so Verena isn't super necessary, so don't feel like you have to pick her up in the beginning. Yinlin right here, this girl right here, she is the second banner that's going to be coming out, and she is like a hybrid DPS that's pretty good for the long term. She'll release 2 weeks later, as we mentioned earlier. And the last thing to know is that the rover, or the MC, is actually really good, and you can build around that character, which is a solid strategy, especially for free to play. Random info: comps usually main DPS, hybrid, support. You probably know this if you have played these games before, but if you're part of my audience, maybe this is your first gacha game. So there's that. Only upgrade weapons and characters that you are using in your main comp at first. Resources are limited in the beginning. Skill also plays a very big role. The general consensus is that you don't need to meta chase, play what you want, and that skill does play a huge role. I think there are certain classes, I think people are saying like Calcharo, where it's a very strong class, but it's not the easiest class to play. It might not be him, but it might be a different class. I can't remember. But regardless, what people are saying is that even though there might be a class that's really top tier, he might not be the easiest class to play. And if you can't play that hero effectively, it's not going to perform at that top tier level. And on the other end of it, if you're playing a character that is not as strong or high up on the tier list, if you're really good and you perform very well, you'll be able to clear all the content of the game. So there's that. Just so you know what I plan on playing, I plan on playing Ling Yang unless something changes, because this guy looks really good. But I'm currently planning on playing Ling Yang because this is more my style class, Gauntlet Wielding class. It looks a lot of fun, and despite being arguably the worst DPS main carry in the game, I'm still going to play it because it'll be fun. So there's that. Additional info here. There are some codes that they drop. You can redeem these codes at launch when the servers go up. I will link these in the description. Right now on Twitch, there is also an event that's going on where if you gift or purchase 2 subs on a Twitch stream that is in the Wuthering Waves category, you get a little bonus item that you can claim. And there is a web echo event until the 6th, and I will also link this. This event right here is you go to the website, and then there's like kind of like it's pretty straightforward, but it's kind of overwhelming at first. But it's like this card system where you're pulling stuff and you're trading stuff, and you're just getting free items, essentially, is what it is. I'm not going to explain exactly how this works. I'm sure there are YouTube video guides around this, but I will link this in the description. If you have a friend, I would just highly recommend asking him. So the last thing that I wanted to mention is that this is a very good reference site. I will also link this in the description below. I'm trying to just power through this video as fast as possible, so it's kind of short. But this video, or this website rather, will be linked in the description, and it's essentially this right here. This is the go-to site that everyone says to check out. So hopefully that's enough information for you guys to get started. I think that should be good. Obviously, there's a lot more to learn in the game, and I would highly recommend checking out real Wuthering Wave creators. But if you're like me, where you're just getting into the game, you know nothing, and you just want that entry-level information, hopefully this video helps. Like and subscribe.